I smoke cocoa, brother. I stay with a Smith and Wesson. I skip Jay at the Garden and hit Slay session.
Ooh.
So Slay went crazy. Like he was like, what? Yo, he was in there banging on it. That's why he put me last, because that was the end of the song.
For sure, man. All right. In 2004, you appeared on DJ K Slay's album, The Street Sweeper Volume 2, on the song Through Your Head, which had some heavy spitters on that song. Jay Mills, Mano, True Life. How did that song come about?
Okay, so I had been fucking with Slay. R.I.P. Big Bro. I've been fucking with Slay. I was on his mixtapes, shit like that. Now, the funny thing is when I recorded my verse, it was to a different beat. What happened was I had tickets. It was the same night that Jay-Z was at the Garden doing the Fade to Black shit. Same night. And Slay called me. And Slay was like, yo, I need you to come to the studio. And I was like, yo, I'm going to the Garden. I got these tickets for Jay-Z. And he was like, he ain't too much care for Hove anyway. He was like, what? He said, yo, you serious? He said, yo, Hove got his money. He got his money already. I was like, yeah, you right. He was like, yo, I need you for this joint. I kick it with my manager real quick. So he's like, yo, maybe we can go lay it down. And then after you get done, we try to hit the Garden. So get to the studio, and it's a different beat, but I record my joint. I write it there. I record it. None of them other niggas was there neither. I think Mano was on his way. But and I think Jay Mills had already recorded his verse. And I wrote my verse right there and I recorded it. And when I came out the booth, K Slay was wilding, because if you listen to the end of the verse, I say, I smoke cocoa, brother. I stay with a Smith and Wesson. I skip Jay at the Garden and hit Slay session.
Ooh.
So Slay went crazy. Like he was like, what? Yo, he was in there banging on it. That's why he put me last, because that was the end of the song. Bad seed from the top of the hill. It's still, yo, you know what I mean? I closed the shit. Jay Mills open, not closed. They're on a joint like that. To close is crazy. Yeah, you know. So shout to Slay, R.I.P. Oh, and another thing about that year is I toured with Mary Ben Ari that year, the violinist, the hip hop violinist. Um, she, she, the guy I was telling you about that hooked me up with the dispensary shit, the first dude
Right.
that was cool. Him, he hooked me up with this. This how far back I go with him. You know what I'm saying? So he hooked me up with that.
Wow.
And shout out to Howie, that's my guy. Um, I went and we opened for Busta Rhymes, 30 cities, all the House of Blues, all that. She had Destroy was her hype man. I was the rapper. Um, DJ DJ Total Eclipse was the DJ, and she had a girl named Ayana Irish was the singer, and we were her band, and we tore down all type of shit, bro. Crazy, crazy. That was a dope time too. That was dope.
What was your relationship like with K Slay? Like, how did you meet him?
I think I met K Slate through Jay Grant. I think who remember I was on Jay Grant's production company.
Right. He was cool with him and Funk Flex too, right?
Yeah, 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 for sure. I think I met him through him. Um, Interesting enough, like to kind of push it a little about the Def Jam thing. So after Warner, I want to say it might have been around 2004. It might have been around that time, maybe 03, 04, 05, maybe around that gray area. I had signed to a production company called the Prasad Brothers. There was these two guys out of Long Island. They actually courted me. They had money. They used to do marketing for like Alizé, shit like that, all type of shit. They had
Oh
bread. They
shit.
had an ill office over in Columbus Circle. The shit was crazy, right? They courted me. They set up like to have a bus pick up a bunch of people, go to some mansion out in Long Island. When we all get off the bus, there was Bud Light girls holding the fucking tray with Bud Lights for us, and the party was in the mansion to get me to get down with them, right? So I end up getting down with them. They wanted to get down with me bad because I had a relationship with Funk Flex at this point. So at this point, like I had a relationship with Flex. Um, they they wasn't fulfilling what they were supposed to fulfill for me. They didn't really know what they was doing. Shout to them, though. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not shitting on them. I'm just telling the story, and I wanted out. I took a meeting with Def Jam. The A&R that I sat with was Bimmy Antony. Bimmy from the Supreme team. The
Oh
same,
shit.
yeah. He was the A&R. I sat across the table from him. Me and my manager, right? Son liked me. Son was like, yo, um, so what's up? What's your situation? And I was like, yo, I'm on a production deal right now or whatever. Um, would you buy us out? Like what they was like, nope. They but I would have to be by myself. Like Def Jam is not gonna buy me out. So if I wouldn't have been with them, I could have fucked with Def Jam, right?
Damn.
So I end up getting out of that contract because pretty much I was doing mixtapes and my mixtapes counted as projects. So I fulfilled my
Obligation.
so I end up getting out of the contract. But by this time, Bimmy had left. So it was yeah. I was almost on Def Jam. Real shit.
Yeah, let's talk about Funk Flex, right? He was another person that showed you support early on. How did you met him through the same way as
Nah, I met Flex in the club. I used to go to the tunnel. You know what I'm saying? Tunnel baby. And I dated a girl that used to work for him too. So and then Jay Grand knew him. So see now here's the thing what I can say about Flex. A lot of people talk about payola. A lot of people talk about like I didn't have like a relationship with Flex. Like it wasn't like I could pick up the phone and call Flex. I probably said 10 words to Flex in my whole life. He probably said about 8 words to me in his whole life. Facts. But one thing I can tell you is Flex never charged me at all. Why would he not charge me? I'm a nobody. If it's payola, that shit got me my record deal. That's what happens when you break records. Artists get deals. He didn't ask me for nothing. You know what I'm saying? He genuinely liked the record. Yeah, there was a couple people involved that is between us that he cool with that we got mutual friends, but son digged it. And then he digged it so much. I saw him after he was playing the record. Yo, bro, when he was dropping the bombs on them records, I lost my mind. I lost my mind, bro. I am from New York City. So to have Funkmaster Flex drop bombs on your records is crazy.
That's a fact.
It's fucking crazy. I'm sitting there like, yo, wow, this is crazy, bro. Like, and then I saw him out and he looked at me and he gave me the face. He said, it's a good record.
So you
Time came for the second album. Oh no, for the second single, the On record. That nigga went crazy. One night, that nigga played a Biggie record, a J record, a Biggie record, J record, J, Biggie, Biggie, J, Biggie, Biggie, dropped the bomb, said Brooklyn stand up, and dropped my record.
Wow.
100% on everything
That's
I love.
definitely an honor.
Then put it on his album. He then put it on his album. Like, that was his shit. He loved that.
So you actually made a song about Funk Flex in more recent years, kind of trolling a
Yeah,
little, but defending him at the same time. You talked about the
yeah.
payola situation and said that he never charged you anything, right? It was produced by Snow Goons. And you're saying, I dare Flex play this shit at 7 o'clock, talking about why only the mainstream getting love. But you know, so what inspired you to create that song?
Because during that time, that was during the time Flex was calling out rappers. He was calling out rappers like, yo, Conway, you got till 7 p.m. to just say something. Yo, such and such, you got till such a-" like bars niggas. And I'm like, yo, so okay, but we know about these niggas already. Like, I bet you not gonna play this. As to tell me I got till 7 o'clock Wednesday. Like basically that's what I'm saying. Like, you need to come underground and scoop some of us up like back in the day, like how we did before. And I'm defending them, letting people know like that payola shit might. I listen. If it exists with Flex, it didn't with me.
Right.
And why would he not charge me? And I had no reason to lie. So you know you can take it how you take it, but
Right, because on the
he
song
was
you
good.
actually sample his voice too, of him talking about how he was an underground DJ that went mainstream and everything like that. And you're basically telling him to come back.
Right, right, right. And not even 100% come back. Like you could still be over there, but fuck with us
Right.
too. Yo, do you know that the first time I ever heard Main Source song "Looking at the Front Door," that album, Main Source, by the way, Breaking Adams, is my favorite rap album of all time. I digress. Anyway, but the first time I heard that song, Looking at the Front Door, it was on WBLS 107.5. Lady D was the radio personality. No, Lady B was the radio personality. And Funk Flex was on the Wheels of Steel playing that. He wasn't on the mic. She was on the mic. And that's the first time I heard Looking at the Front Door. Word.
Wow.
He was cutting it up. We fight every night. We fight every night. You know what I'm saying? Word.
So do you know if Flex ever heard the record?
I don't know. He probably did. I tagged him, and you know how you put this shit in the
Right.
story. You could see people. I seen he saw it, so he might have. Flex an internet nigga. He loved the
Yeah,
internet,
yeah, he's
so
an
he be
interesting
scrolling.
guy
He
for
probably
sure.
sitting on the toilet listening to it. He probably heard it.
He's definitely a
You
really
know.
interesting guy, man.
Yeah.